Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today in SS we look at commercial farming. We look at what is commercial farming, characteristics of commercial farming, and the major crops that are grown under commercial farming. Okay, so what is commercial farming? So commercial farming, this is the growing of crops and laying of animals on a large scale for sale. It is the growing of crops and laying of animals on a large scale for sale. So last time when we look at subsistence farming, we said subsistence farming, this is the growing of crops and laying of animals on a small scale for home consumption. Mainly the subsistence farmers will grow crops and lay animals for home consumption just to feed their families. But the commercial farmers, these are growing crops and laying animals on a large scale for the purpose of selling. Now let's look at the characteristics of commercial farming. So commercial farming involves the use of fertilizer. So the farmers will use fertilizer to make the soil fertile. And also they'll use chemicals such as pesticides to control pests. It also requires a large piece of land. So remember, in our definition of commercial farming, we're saying it is the growing of crops and laying of animals on a large scale. So in order for you to grow your crops and lay your animals on a large scale, you require a large piece of land. You need a big piece of land. So commercial farming involves large farms. Commercial farming uses machinery, for example, tractors, trucks, combined harvesters, planters, and so on. The commercial farmers use these machines to improve the quality of their farm produce. Farming uses large labor, both the skilled and the unskilled. So what it means that commercial farming employs a lot of people, both the skilled and the unskilled. And when we say skilled labor, it means work that requires special training, knowledge, and skills. For example, teachers, doctors, engineers, these have been trained and have the knowledge required in their field of work. So in this case, the skilled labor, these are people that have been trained in agriculture. So in commercial farming, the skilled labor, these are people that have been trained in agriculture. Then the unskilled labor, there's no training that is required in unskilled labor. For example, cleaners, no training is required there. So commercial farming also employs unskilled labor. It employs people that have not been trained in agriculture. Then the other characteristics is that it involves large capital, meaning that for one to start commercial farming, you require a lot of money. You need a lot of money for you to start commercial farming. Now let's look at the major crops that are grown under commercial farming. So these are some of the crops that are grown under commercial farming. We've got maize. Maize is grown in all districts of Zambia. As you know that maize is a staple food. We've got wheat, which is mainly grown in Masaiti, Mpongwe, Mkushi, Chongwe, and Monze. Then we've got pineapple, which is mainly grown in Mwinilunga in Northwestern Province. So these are some of the crops that are grown under commercial farming. So today we'll end here. Let's have a summary of what we looked at today. So today we looked at commercial farming. We said commercial farming, it is the growing of crops and laying of animals on a large scale for sale. So the main purpose of the farmers in commercial farming, it is to grow their crops or to lay animals for sale. Then we looked at the characteristics of commercial farming. We said commercial farming involves the use of chemical fertilizer. We also said that commercial farming requires a large piece of land. It uses machines. It also uses large labor, both the skilled and unskilled labor. It involves a large capital. And we also looked at the major crops that are grown under commercial farming. And these are maize, coffee, sugarcane, tea, cotton, wheat, and pineapple. And these are some of the crops that are grown under commercial farming. So we end here today. Below this video there will be an exercise. So you write the exercise in your books, and you can capture the exercise that you've written